guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be looking at an Atari 2600 game known as Mr. Do. Now what I like about this one, because it was strange that I realized I never had this game up until now. Well, I had it on the ColecoVision, and I did a video where I did a comparison of Mr. Do versus Dig Dug, because they're very similar games. Dig Dug is a little bit more of a popular title, I think. I think more people know Dig Dug than they know Mr. Do. But when I did my comparison, I used Dig Dug for the Atari 2600 and Dig Dug the Mr. Do for the ColecoVision, because I didn't have the Atari 2600 version. And I thought it was strange that I didn't have it. But what I did have at the time was Mr. Do's Castle, which for whatever reason is a lot more rare and expensive compared to this one. I mean, they're both a little bit of an odd title. They're both a little bit more rare. But the other thing that makes this thing a little bit interesting to me, and I saw this in the store, they wanted about $9, $10 for it, somewhere around there. And I turned it down after, I was like, that's a lot for a game, blah, blah, blah. And then I came back to the store and I saw it was still there, and it was eating away at me. I'm like, I don't have it, I don't have it. And I picked it up and I looked at it, I put it down, I walked around the store again, came back to it, and I looked at it again. And the one thing I noticed about this one was it's all in French. And I thought, that's kind of cool. Like, the whole thing's in French. Now, I have the odd game here and there that's kind of like got both languages. Like my boxing, it's got le box, but it also has boxing on it. But this one, the entire label is in French, and I thought that's kind of neat. And so I grabbed it. I'm like, whatever, I'll buy it. I don't have it, so let's give it a shot. And so I kind of posted some pictures on my Facebook page, on my Brian's Man Cave Facebook page. I also put it on my Retro Gaming and Retro Toys group on Facebook, and I put it on my Twitter. And, one of my longtime watchers of the show, Mr. Toon, who's also French, saw my posting and asked me if the game itself was in French. And I said, I don't know. I haven't actually plugged it in and tried it. So let's do that. Let's check out if this game is actually in French. I don't think it will be. I think they just made different labels and it was the same game. But I'm very curious now to know if this game is going to have some French in the game. Anyways, let's plug it into my Atari 2600 and see what happens. Okay, so we got it up and we see Mr. Do, game 1. So I guess so far it's in English. Doesn't say Monsieur Do, but it does say game 1. And I know in French game is not game, so this is a pretty good indication that it's probably just the same game. So we got 1 here, and that's our character. That's Mr. Do, I guess. So let's start the game. So, like I said, it does have that kind of Dig Dug feel to it. Where you're kind of digging in and... I mean, it's a little bit different. The characters are different. You don't have that kind of... I don't know. Whatever Dig Dug uses. He uses like some kind of like digger thing. But I mean, the concept is similar. You got the extra points up here. Although I find that I'm getting my butt handed to me. Alright, so now I guess we're on level 2. So you can collect these things as points. It's been a while since I actually did the Mr. Do video I did in the past, where it was, where I was kind of doing a similar games to Dig Dug, in a sense. Whoa. So you can see he kind of throws a little ball. Kind of neat that it has these little extra phases to it. Music is not bad, and his animation's not bad too. His characters look a little weird. Oops, I think I just got crushed. Like, the enemies look a little weird. Well, they just keep reappearing? Oh, guess you run out of weapons? Whoa. Okay, so I just got killed by that one character that's an E shape. I mean, I don't know. Graphically, it's not too bad. Oh, I think that's the bonus letters. I think that's why. You get those, you get the bonus letters. Not too crazy on the whole lines thing, you know. The board itself isn't as good as Dig Dug graphically, but you know, whatever. You know, it still works as a game. Whoa. And I find the weapon isn't as good. I find in Dig Dug with the weapon, the way it works, it just functions better. And this one you're throwing, I think you're throwing like stones or something. I can't remember now. Whoa, I just got crushed. But it does have this added part where you can pick up these cherries and stuff for bonus points. That's not in Dig Dug. But this is definitely a little bit harder, I've noticed. Like in Dig Dug, I find I get pretty far. In this one, I'm finding, I don't know, maybe because the weapon, I keep having to wait before I can use it again. I think, oh, I get it. Okay, so you have to wait till it's done. That's not cool. So it's literally got to come back to you. I was wondering about that. Like I said, it was a little bit of a while ago since I, you know, did any kind of video on this game at all. So it's kind of fun revisiting it. And especially now that I'm revisiting it as the Atari version and not just the ColecoVision version. But I mean, that whole thing with the boulders, that's in Dig Dug as well. Oh. But like in Dig Dug, I think you have to kill all the enemies. And then you progress. I'm not doing too good though. This obviously has something a little bit different to it. So far I'm okay. You know, it's an okay game. I've always kind of been on the fence about, you know, Dig Dug style games if it's really something I enjoy playing. Oh, DA just killed me. I don't know about the bonus points things being enemies like that. It's kind of weird. I kind of like in Dig Dug how once you get down to the last enemy tries to run away. Which he'll kind of climb up and then run off the screen. I don't think it does that in this game. I think they just come after you regardless. Even if they are the last enemy. Definitely find this game a little bit more challenging, too. Like, I'm definitely having a harder time with it. Guess it just takes a little bit of more practice. Although I like that kind of idea, how it can just continue on and then just destroy everything in its path, you know? I like that. Well, I guess it's not in French, but that's okay. I mean, there's not a lot of wording in the game. Anyways, the title comes up. You know, there's not too much to it. That was the beauty of Atari games. There wasn't a whole lot of text. It was really just get down into the game. Get down and play the game. Now, the game itself, it's okay. I'm okay with these type of games. I like Dig Dug. I like this one. They have their little charm to it. I'm not the greatest at them. I admit that. I'm not the greatest at most games. But, you know, there's something kind of fun about this. There's something kind of challenging about it. And it's a little bit different than playing Dig Dug. And I like that. I like how it has its own little thing. I think I still prefer Dig Dug over this one. but whatever. I mean, it's still a fun game. Anyways, yeah, this is Mr. Do. And like I said, I did a video a while ago where I talked about the similarities between Mr. Do and Dig Dug. You can probably go back in my video series. You'll probably find it there. But again, I use the Coleco version. Maybe I should do another video. Maybe I should do another video where I talk about this one versus the Coleco one. That might be fun. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw your comments down below. It's kind of been fun playing this. I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't any French language in the video game. But that's all, you know, there's nothing I could do about that. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments down below. Talk to you later.